What's up, guys? I don't know why I had a lisp there. This is a video on advanced KPIs or advanced metrics. So this is the big boy or big girl stuff. But once you understand all the basics, this is the stuff that you really dive deep in to understand sales and building tickets on another level. So let's get right into it. The first one is broke car. And a broke car is any vehicle that requires anything other than an oil change, and sometimes even in our case we have a miscellaneous section for dust shield, tires, etc. So anything that's not an oil change or a miscellaneous is by default a broke car. So anything, that means a brake check, oil leak, whatever you have, you name it, check engine light, everything and anything that's not an oil change is by default a broke car. The next metric is broke car average repair order, or broke car ARO, also called BARO, if you will, BARO. And that is the average revenue generated per broke car. And that's a very simple one. You do total sales from broke cars divided by total broke cars. We track broke cars to our customer reports. If there's an RO marketing source, if you click on customer reports and then RO marketing source, and then you go by this week, you'll be able to see all your broke car ratios. So be able to see your average revenue generated from broke car. The cool thing is TechMetric will actually tell you this number, so you can actually see that. But the formula for your happiness is total sales divided by broke cars. And then what you'll get is your ARO from your broke cars. The minimum goal is 1,100 ARO per broke car. That's the important part, guys. 1,100 is your average repair order from broke cars. That's what your average broke car should not be leaving with under $1,100 in sales. And the target goal is 1,300. So if you understand close ratio, then we'll get to the next metric, which is broke car ARO, which is your BAWRO. Now, if you remember, your average written repair order is your average quote, and that is the average amount of work quoted to broke cars. And this is the number that you can really control. So what you'll realize is shops that don't have a lot of revenue, this is the metric that is actually causing the problem. If they have a lot of broke cars and they're not making money, it's because their average repair order quoted, average RO quoted, or AWRO on broke cars is the problem. And if you remember, since we're running a 50% close ratio, you should have double of what you want your average repair order to be on broke cars. The quote should be double of that. So remember, we want to have a $1,300 broke car ARO. You should have a $2,600 broke car quote, or BAWRO, or an average written repair order for broke car should be double. So once again, the formula for this is total quote on broke cars divided by total broke cars. So we're quoting double of what we want our broke car ARO to be. And once again, our standard is $2,200 should be the quote on every broke car, and the target goal is $2,600. And if you quote $2,200 on average, you will probably close half of that, which will give you that $1,100 average repair order. Or if you quote $2,600, then you get $1,300 on an average repair order for every broke car that comes in. And if you do that, you will absolutely kill it. And not only that, we will teach you how to build it to $2,200 average quote or $2,600 average quote if you're a superstar. And then you can see that how the circle of sales builds that. Guys, once again, the broke car average quote or the broke car average written repair order, or whatever you want to call it, is the way you build money in a shop. That is the most important quote. So when I go look at a store that's not making money, the first thing I find is, what's your quote on broke cars? I've never seen it over, say, $800 on stores that don't make money. You could have a really crappy close ratio, but if your quote is really big, you end up making a lot of money. All right. New broke car. First time customer bringing in a broke car. That means it's never been here before. The customer's never been here before. So that means even if the car is new, we still consider that a return customer, as long as the customer's been there. So a new broke car is actually a new customer bringing in a broke car. And a return broke car is a repeat customer bringing in a broke car. Now, again, that could be a customer that's been there before with a new car. We still consider that a returning car, because remember, we actually only track customers, not cars, because we like to see if this is a returning customer or a new customer, irrespective of the cars they have. And by the way, all of this that I just mentioned is found in customer reports, RO marketing source, and these 5 metrics that I just went over are the way you build a lot of money in a repair shop. This is also what we audit when a store is not making money. We go under that report and we're like, all right, how many broke cars is it getting? Great, it's getting enough broke cars. What's the ARO on broke cars? It's usually going to be, if a store is not having revenue, guys, it's going to have either one or the other problem. Either they didn't have enough broke cars or they just don't know how to make money on broke cars. And if they don't know how to make money on broke cars, it's primarily because either they're not quoting enough or not closing enough. And generally, like I said, it's 99.9% of the time they're not quoting enough. And we'll get more into that in the subsequent video. So I hope this video is helpful. Advanced metrics. Why? Because this is what really gets audited when you want to get to the next level. And this is management level, senior writer level, lead technician level, district manager level stuff. The first video I made was the basics on the 8 metrics that we talked about. You can go watch that. That will get you familiar with the lingo. If you understand what I just said on this video, you can understand how to make a ton of money in a repair shop. I hope this video is helpful. See you in the next one.